Good morning. Welcome to build day number 58 at Casa TexPina. Today, they are continuing with the build of the forms above the for the attic floor slab. Today, primarily, they're starting to focus on the exterior portions of the rebar for the support beams. They'll start getting those all formed up, and then they are still continuing with the hollow block construction, again adding the 2 courses of hollow block. I believe they're going into bedroom 3 today, as well as still continuing in the garage maid's suite section of the house as well. I do have two different masons that are working in separate locations. Also, my head mason is working in the master suite. Still working on the flooring, making sure that the subfloor is to grade, getting it compacted, and starting to set out the rebar grid for the floor slabs. So we're gonna walk around and see what everybody's doing. Let's get started. This morning the guys are moving sand over to the mixer with cement. That means to me that they're making mortar, and we will be placing more hollow block around the various locations in the house. Okay, let's see what everybody else is working on. Coming around the back side of the house today. Most of our carpenters and steel men are working the living room area, making sure that we've got the braces all the floor jacks are all supported, making sure they're not moving locations, changing around areas. They are also have a couple carpenters that are up on the front starting to put forms in. See if I can find a way out of this maze. Nope, not that way. Okay. See if I can be skinny today. Nope, not that way today. Alright, finally found my way through the maze. I cheated and went through the holes. Continuing on, they are building the forms on the front side of the rebar for the support beams. So they'll continue with this all the way around the exterior today. And once these are in place, they will start working the rebar grid up above for the floor. Again, it should be the same layout as we have for the master suite that you saw earlier, which will be a 50 centimeter by 50 centimeter grid of 16 millimeter rebar. Oh, sorry, 10 millimeter rebar. So let's take a look and see what's going on inside the master suite. Like I mentioned yesterday afternoon, they did finish the doorway. So this is the base of the door jamb. And they are still compacting in this area and getting everything back in place before Mr. Jericho starts putting on the rebar grid. Alright, so we'll come back and catch on these guys later. Everybody is gainfully employed that is on site. Alright, let's do Alright, we're going to do a mid-morning walk around. We got some guys that are filling in G1 gravel and they're placing it in the master bedroom. Our masons are still continuing with the extending the hollow block up here above the walk-in closet for bedroom 3, as well as the Jack and Jill bath over here. and then have a couple gentlemen that are running mortar back and forth. Let's go take a look inside and see where everybody's at. Okay, they're still working on the rebar around the outside edge of the attic floor slab, placing forms here so that when they pour that concrete, it'll all be done at the same time. It'll include the remainder of the columns up to the floor slab, all of the support beams all the way around, so the ones on the sides, the ones going down each section there. Then they're getting ready to extend also in the office area. Okay, thank you. Okay, so they're spreading the G1 gravel around the master bedroom area. All right, they're still working on. They're still working on supporting the all the floor jacks. So they got large rebar going around to support those, make sure they don't move, relocate around, and building forms around the rest of the outside edge. All right, we're gonna take a quick walk around this afternoon, post lunch, see where everybody's working at this afternoon. So they finished up the walls in the maids' quarters area and have moved on to another section. We'll find them and let you know where they're at. Let's go ahead and continue around to the front of the house. All right, they're putting in the last piece for the wall between the walk-in closet and laboratory for bedroom number 2. And they finished up the top of the Jack and Jill bath. Finished up the top of bedroom 3. Moving into the main house. The guys are still working on the forms for the attic floor slab. So they're working on the exterior portions of the forms now, and still securing the securing all the floor jacks that were used to support that floor from underneath. There, that's a better shot. So we have a forest of floor jacks here. Also, we're continuing with the hollow block extension up above the office space, as well as in the master's bath and closet area. All right, let's take a look and walk through, see what the master's bedroom looks like. All right, so they've done their compaction and leveling, getting ready to start putting the rebar into place. All right, so I'll get out of these guys' way and let them continue working. I'm joking with my guys. They made most of these braces Filipino height. Your average 6-foot American guy walking through here is gonna hit his head. These things are right at about 6 foot, 6'1". The further you get over to the front, the lower they get. So I got a duck when I walk through this forest.
let's take a walk around just before closing time. See what's where people are at. The wall between the walk-in closet for bedroom number 2 and the lavatory for bedroom number 2 got completed. Almost completed. Looks like you still got one more course. Well, Lawrence, you ready na? You ready na? Meron pa. Ay, meron pa. Okay, so he's got one more course. They're laughing because I'm speaking their language. Unfortunately, my electrician wasn't able to make it in today. All right, let's see what's going on in the main house. All right, we're putting up forms for the exterior part of the beam support beams. I think they're leaving this last portion here open, so they got a place to squeeze through to get up on top. And they are securing the all the force down here. With the floor jacks, they've got rebar and wire ties all around the bottom and the top. 3 levels here, so these things shouldn't be moving anywhere. Need to do a quick drill of high knees going through here. All right, look like we're still putting up hollow block around the office. Let's go take a look in the master bedroom. Oh, we got some movement in here. So we got lots of all the G1 gravel got put in place. We got rebar in place. No, I ain't stepping on the bars. Try not to step on the strings either. Looks good. They got it all in place. They are going to they're tying it together now. They'll go back later and put the spacers underneath. And Mr. Justin is continuing with hollow block above the bath and closet wall. All right, so that's about where most people are at. There are a couple that are up on top. Can't see them from here, but they are still working up here. See the guy's head popping out over here, Mr. Oliver. They're securing the forms on the outside edges, and we've got a couple on the other side as well. Let's see if I can make it through this before they block it off completely. All right, so they're doing the same thing. They're securing these bars to the jacks, so these things don't move when they start getting ready to pour concrete. I'm not going to test it going underneath them, but you can trust me, they're all working. All right, it's getting close to yabba dabba do time. The guys are starting to wrap up. They've got about 5 or 10 minutes left. It's been a very busy day. Lots of work going on. We've gotten most of the hollow block done on the guest room side of the house. They are back on the master side of the house doing the hollow block. They just finished wrapping up the office piece and are continuing with the walls above the master suite. I believe that'll be the gist of it. As we come in a little closer, get you guys out of the sun. They're still working on the forms for the floor, for the attic floor slab. They're working on the forms for the exterior portions of all the support beams. The other thing they've been working on today is getting all the rebar supports in place so that the floor jacks don't move when they go to pour concrete on Tomorrow, I'm expecting that they will continue with the focused on the attic floor slab and putting up the starting to put in some of the rebar into place for the floor slab. Speaking of rebar going into place, in the, as you saw just a little bit ago, the master's bedroom now has G1 gravel all the way through it, as well as the rebar going across the floor in its grid pattern, spaced every 50 centimeters apart. And that's number 10 rebar. Oh, I'm sorry, not number 10. It's 10 millimeter rebar, and that'll be used to support the floor. So that pretty much wraps up today's business. Hopefully I'll see most of my guys back out tomorrow. Same thing with you. Hopefully I'll see you back tomorrow. Until then, if you liked today's video, please give me a big thumbs up. If you'd like to see more of these videos, hit the Casa TexPina star in the bottom right hand corner and you'll be subscribed. Hit the bell icon just below the view screen and you'll be notified when our next video is uploaded for your viewing pleasure. Until then, have a great afternoon and God bless.
Thank you for watching. If you liked today's video, please hit like, subscribe, and hit the little bell icon to be notified when our next video becomes available.